God bless you, people. God bless you, people. God bless you if you don't understand, if you ain't getting it. If the writing on the wall is written in a language you don't understand, God bless you. We'll contribute that as ignorance because you don't know. You can't know. If you know and do different than that stupidity and that's your own ignorance, you're going to fall victim to that. If the sign of the times ain't open your mind to see what's about to happen, God bless you. God bless you. To the enlightened minds, to those with knowledge of self, those who are aware, saw it coming, see it here, presently are aware and conscious, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Anybody who believe in luck, I wish a ton of it to you because the way the things going to change now, the tide is turned. The tide is turned. You know. I think people were a lot less concerned if they felt that the black agenda was just by black people. It was never a black agenda. Nobody wants to feel like they are the minority. Nobody wants to feel cornered. Nobody wants to feel oppressed. Nobody. There were people that were oppressed, but they're now in the majority. They're now in the popular vote. They're now in Gen Pop, if you will. They're out of seclusion. They're out of protective custody. They're in the walkings with everybody else. So there's no one people you can just categorize those. Yeah, we'll gang up against them. No, them is you and you is them, and you just don't see it. But when you turn around to find out who got your back, when you just out on some hating or some racism or some prejudice, you're going to find it's less of you now. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. God bless you all, though, man. I'm telling you. You don't see it coming, but that's all right. That's all right. Lens crafters ain't gonna help you to start seeing this shit because it's gonna be so close to you. You're gonna have to either recognize it or run. Either or. Either or. And the times have mandated it. This is the way it's gotta be. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. The citizens and the people who are walking around here who have not been deemed legally a deputy or sheriff or councilman or journeyman or any position that was given to people to be over what people say and do, none of those titles mean anything now. The citizens that walk around every day just like you and I, we will be a part of what's called now the PPP. Because we will be policing police procedure, and if we see something that's out of character and don't look right and look like it's probably more on some prejudice, on some racism, on some hatred, we're going to clean that mess up ourselves. We're going to go around and we're going to clean it up. That's right. Get ready and get used to it. Nope, you ain't got to qualify with nothing. You ain't got to have a uniform. You ain't got to have a hat, badge, or pair of handcuffs. You got to just be me. You just have to be able to interfere with that unjust action. That's all you got to do. You just got to interfere with that unjust behavior by that person, and either they start over and do it right, or you're not going to be allowed to finish doing that. That person's just going to have to, you're going to have to catch that bird another day. You're going to have to make that arrest without us around. You're going to have to do what you do in the silence of the night, in the dark alleyways, when nobody's around. Because if somebody's out and see you doing that shit now, they're going to get up in your face if not get on your ass. Either or. In your face or on your ass. Either or. Either or. I'm fine with it. The conversation that... Let me talk to you for a second. My wife was sitting beside me more... You might well say she was ranting. She was ranting. She was ranting out of frustration because she knows that there are so many people that have been saying and are still saying something that she now doesn't see how that's helping. Saying, well, we let God handle it. God's going to take care of this. Leave that to God and don't worry about it. Keep on about your business. Do your thing. Do your thing. Don't worry about it. And she's just like, how the hell can you still say those same things? How the hell can you still have that same feeling or notion? How? How can you still feel that way? Why is that not manifesting itself for you? Why? And that's the way you pray, and this is the result you get. Why is it still like that? How is this thing still happening? Well, if you remember a movie that I might have referenced before, it was called Blow. It was about cocaine in a day, and cocaine was king. In the middle of that, Two convicts were in a cell talking to one another. One of them, who was George Young, was being questioned by his cellmate, who was Diego. Carlos later was his real name in life, but Carlos later asked him, "You were out there trying to make your dreams happen by transporting this marijuana all over the place. Why did you not achieve your dream?" George didn't know the answer to that, but he just said, "You know what? I'm tired. I'm sleepy, and I can't get no dreams now because I'm sleeping. I'm tired, and I can't answer nothing you ask me right now. So I don't know why my dream was not accomplished or fulfilled." Carlos later, character as Diego, said to him, "Well, maybe you had the wrong dream." Well, that stopped the whole movie production, and I hope it stops you right now to say, well, maybe you praying for the wrong thing. Maybe you don't know what it is that you're praying for. You just assume God is going to do what you could do. You don't realize the ability is in you. God is you. You are He. Made in His image don't mean that you got somebody to call on to come and get your car started when you know how to use a pair of jumper cables. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Sorry. Look up the Bible verse and it says, "Revenge is mine, saith the Lord." Revenge is mine, saith the Lord. Okay. Lil Weezy says, "I'm not going to bust back because I'm going to bust first." So does Lil Weezy need you to revenge or avenge him? No, because he took care of that then. Revenge, if you understand it, is you being got, you being handled, and you unjustly get handled, but you couldn't do nothing about it. Nobody said you couldn't do nothing about it. Nobody said you could not act. You didn't act. You don't need the laws to get revenge for you if you deal with that situation right there. If you deal with it right then as it's happening. If it doesn't happen, you don't need revenge for it, do you? No, you don't. So maybe my answer to my wife should have been differently. Because I was saying, well, maybe God means it this way. God means it this way. The truth is, maybe God don't expect you to need revenge for something you could deal with and do yourself. Maybe that's why I'm not coming to get your back. Because you ain't took care of your front. You ain't doing it. You ain't dealt with it right there in front of you. Now, after it's over with, now you crying and sad, now you calling me. What are you calling me for? You saw it. Maybe. Obviously, I'm not quoting no scripture except for what was written. What was written said what I just told you. Revenge is mine, saith the Lord. Leave room for me. Leave room for the wrath of God. Leave room. So that means you do get to take up some of that space on your own. You do get to act in your own self-defense. Correct? Correct. Now, if you are at odds and you're overtaken and you're being mistreated and you couldn't do nothing about it or you didn't know what was happening, I got you. Don't worry about that. You couldn't have done nothing about that because you wasn't there. While you was at church giving praise to me and putting money in the tithes and the offering, somebody was burning your house down and writing nigga on the side of your house. Get it? Got it? Don't worry about that. I got you. I got you because I know where you was at and I know what you were doing. But right there in your face and you letting oppression happen in front of you, you letting injustice happen in front of you, you letting prejudice happen in front of you, you letting racial bias happen right in front of you, and any other type of bias happen right in front of you, you kind of let that slide. So why you want me to get revenge for something you allowed to happen? You wasn't cool with it, then why didn't you do anything? Think about that just for a second, but not long. And you're not going to have a lot of people that's going to be cool with that. So be careful about the people you're around. Some of the time, you know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you another thing. Being around the people you like don't mean you should be like the people you're around. Jot that down. Being around the people you like don't mean you have to be like. You don't have to be like the people that you're around. Because those people are gonna get up off their ass, go in the house, sleep off the day, and then wake up and then start all over, taking no account for their actions or anything around them. They don't care about nothing going on around them. They don't care about that. But you know you got that inner conscience that makes you think. You keep bringing up the same thing because it bothers you. You want to do something about something. And you're talking to people who disregarding anything got to do with responsibility, anything outside of just having this good time or just being here doing what you're doing. Those people don't have the same social responsibility. So you can't be like the people you're around, even though you like the people that you're around. I'm going to leave you with that. And I love you. And I want to see everybody prosper. And you know what we're going to start doing? We're going to interject PPP, policing, police procedures.